Joining us on our specialties hotline, a team that hasn't played for a championship in quite a while. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. It's Gates Chili boys basketball, and on the line are two senior forwards, Andrew Newcombe and Adam Williams, affectionately known as A-Dub, looking for the dub tonight. And also second-year coach Jeff LaFave joins us. Guys, welcome to the show. Congrats on making it to the final day of the season. It's number 1 against number 2. It's Victor against Gates Chili. Should be a terrific game today. Coach, how excited are you for this group of guys to get this shot at making history?
Well, very excited. I mean, this has been a long time in the making. I was one of the guys that helped start our youth program up about 16 years ago. And this was kind of the blueprint that we've been looking for, is to get a group of guys together, keep them together, develop some really strong chemistry so that by the time they got into high school, they would have those kinds of intangibles. So, when it came to, crunch time and close games, guys know where other guys are supposed to be on the floor. Everybody knows each other's personality. People know each other's roles. Nobody's selfish. Nobody's jealous of anybody's success. And that's the kind of stuff you get over a period of time when people really, know each other. And, everybody uses a cliche family, right? But families developed over a period of time. And this is what we got right here, right now, is we got a very strong family, a bunch of committed young men who care generally about each other.
Adam, you've been up on the team since your freshman year. You're averaging about 25 points and 11 rebounds per game. But every day when you come to practice, the assistant coaches, Chad Dillard and Teddy Tuggles, make it a point to remind you the last time they played in a championship game was 2008, 2009. How much of those guys motivated you?
They motivated me a lot. Having those two guys constantly teaching me new things and constantly motivating me each and every game. It feels great to have them by my side. It's a lot to learn from them, and they're two good assistant coaches that are on our squad to help us win games.
Andrew Newcombe, you guys are both 6'3", 6'4", forwards. You can go to the boards, do a lot of different things. You had a triple-double this year. Coach in our pre-interview said you were a glue guy. What does that mean? Define that for those people who want to become glue guys, who are the most really indispensable guys on the team. You got the MVPs, and then the next most important guy is the glue guy. Andrew, what's a glue guy mean to you?
To me, you got to know everyone on the court, what they're best at and what they're not good at, and make them better at everything else. So, like, Adam, if he's hot, I know, all right, we're going to keep getting him the ball. If our other guards are hot, and give him the ball. Like, I prefer getting everyone going. I can get going. But I prefer to get other players going, because everyone, once we're all hot, we're a hard team to beat.
Being a hard team to beat, I think you guys really opened eyes with the first win against Victor. Then I think that's when people said, okay, Gates is for real. Coach, what makes your team so good?
Our unselfishness. Everybody's, doesn't have to be the guy every single night. And when somebody is the guy that night, everybody's generally happy for them. And we all celebrate success. It's team success, team failure. We do well, we all embrace each other. If we don't do well, we all look at each other and say, okay, what do we do? What's broken? How do we fix it? We had a couple of close calls this year where we lost. And I'll tell you what, the Rush Henrietta game was probably the best thing that ever happened to us. It taught us humility, which, we preach being humble and being hungry, but we let our foot off the gas pedal, and we realized that in AA, everybody's good. And if you don't play all 4 quarters, that's what can happen to you. So it really carried over into the AQ game because we were up 8 at the half and we were preaching at the halftime. This is not going to be another RH. We are not letting our foot off the gas pedal. And the boys, man, they came out and they responded in a big way.
That RH loss was only about a week ago, right? That was pretty recent, 77-72. So nice little wake-up call before sectionals, as coach just said it. Your road to the final was you beat a good McQuaid team, 63-58, 79-68 over Aquinas, just knocking out the privates left and right. Adam, you are averaging 25 and 11, young man. to a degree, I know you talked about unselfishness, Coach, but you got to get yours to a degree. What's your go-to? What will you need to do against Victor to make sure you get enough points so this team can hold a brick tonight?
Me personally, I feel like I need to go inside out. If I'm not in a position where I could score, I find my teammates to get them wide open and get them shots going. But if we're all going, then that gets, like, if I'm going, that gets us all going. If somebody else is going, that gets us all going. So it's not just me, it's everybody else on the team that when we get fired up, we're hot, and nobody can really hang with us when we're hot.
Coach LaFave, let me ask you about this young man and his growth over the last couple of years and his ceiling. How good can Adam be at the next level?
As good as Adam wants to be. He's got the physical attributes. He can flat out play. He's got the ability. It's going to come down to what Adam wants to do, how far Adam wants to go. He's going to be the person who dictates his ceiling and his level of success, how hard he wants to work, and where he wants to go. It's a decision that he has to make. And quite frankly, from what I've seen from the 2 years that I've been here, he's made significant growth. And I'm not even talking about the basketball side of it. I'm talking about as a young man, really starting to mature, be accountable. And that has actually helped elevate a lot of the success for the people that are around him, because when your best player is being unselfish and is willing to do other things, it makes everybody else be held accountable. And you know what, if there's something they don't want to do, but Adam's doing it, they're going to do it because they see one of our best players doing it. So it's kind of like lead by example.
You talked about how you love to make people better. You played against Victor twice, so tonight is round 3. What is it going to take? You got them the first time, they got you the second time. What's it going to take for your team to win this season series with them?
Team play. Coach always preaches, we haven't had our best game yet. We haven't. And I feel as if everyone knows, because our team is majority seniors. We have 3 right now underclassmen out of about 14, 15 kids on our team. So this is it for most kids, most of us. So no one wants to go out like, dang, we could have did this. So I feel like everyone's locked in and ready to give them their best punch and do what they got to do to make sure we walk out as winners.
6 o'clock tonight at Victor. Coach LaFave, your guys, Victor was there last year in the Memorial. They lost to UPrep in the championship game. So some of those guys have that experience. What would you tell these guys who've never had this shot before they go on the floor tonight about poise and what's on the line for them tonight? Anything you can tell them to kind of let them know? It's just a game.
So 2014, 2015, I was the assistant head coach at School of the Arts when we won a sectional title. And this team is very similar. The makeup is, we basically play about seven, 8 guys. But just the talent wise, the roles, they're very similar. And, do the little things, do what you do and do that well. Don't try to do something now that you've never done before, because that's when you're going to get yourself in trouble, because things happen, get really tight in a winner take all, one game, people, sometimes the good shooters don't shoot as well. Guys do some things uncharacteristically. So we want to keep things very, very simple. Do the things that you can do and do them well. Don't try to be something that you're not.
So, Adam, this is Coach LaFave's second year. So we've asked him about you guys. It's time for us to ask you about him. He came in and, he's been involved with the youth program, and then you guys have had success and grown together. How much is his investment in Gates Child basketball from the past help you guys, come together in the present, which is, you got a chance to go the distance today. What has he brought to the table?
He's brought a lot. This guy is a great coach. He taught us more than just basketball. He taught us stuff. He taught us how to be like he said, young man's on outside of the he taught us how to be a man on the floor when we're down and we need to get back up. Like he lifts us up like crazy, and to a point that we all love him. We all care for him, and being with him for the 2 years that I have been with him, he taught me a lot. He taught me how to play through the motions, how to lift my team up, like all that stuff. So yeah.
And if I heard correctly from somebody, Coach, you're in law enforcement, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, you don't mess around with coaches that are in law enforcement, right, fellas? Right?
Yeah.
Andrew, they got a big guy in the middle. Can you simulate what Connor Williams can do on the floor? Or do you guys have, I mean, you've experienced it, but in practice, can you simulate that at all?
No, you can't simulate his type of caliber. You just have to mentally prepare for him and go out there and don't try to do too much. Just go out there and play team defense.
Well, guys, I wish you the best of luck. I wish Victor the best of luck too. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Steve. I did this before. It's worked. I like what I hear from these guys, Steve. I'm calling it tonight. Upset City. Now I would say City. Number 2 is going to beat number 1, Steve. I'm calling my shot right now. Good luck to you, Spartans. I'm riding with you tonight. All right, gentlemen?
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
you.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Gates Chalet boys basketball right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. We'll take our next break. You're listening to Fox Sports 1280.